Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oregon's offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And you got man-to-man coverage, you're running that curl route, that ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route, he's going to be right there, but does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
That's reeled in. It's Perkins. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Ken. Get it out on the screen. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award.
Turning it on! Fights off a defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Running back searching for a hole. He picks up the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Working that left side now. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. He'll keep it himself. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot, but nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
Dropping back, it's Kim. It's complete to the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He's got the back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the right. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Kim. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds his big tight end. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a fourth down looms in decision time for this offense. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That brings him to within one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Tulane notched the victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from New Orleans is worth its weight in gold to the Green Wave. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Bishop. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, and get him to backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Shabara. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for the offense. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On the one hand, it's good to get points, but you can't keep settling for field goals on these drives if you want to win the football game. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Perkins. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Kim. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Back to pass, it's Kim. Zings it complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Smith. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. To the air on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Bishop. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, he wants it all. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Skips away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Kim. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Ohio State. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Now facing a third and long.
Here we go.
Back to throw, it's Kim. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Shabera. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Working that left side. Running free. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Finds his man, it's Smith. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
At the 34-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes down the right side. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offense.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback gets past the marker. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Kim. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play, now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
They'll run the screen. Just ran him over. And they'll get him down inside the 5, and this offense powering toward a score. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And the Buckeyes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. First down will open up the final period. He'll try the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense...
Gashing the D on the right. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I'll tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
Wide receiver going in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
Back open in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass, it's Kim. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Knocked down at the 47, it's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
He's not done, man, and this QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move, it's Bishop. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Gee. Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. And the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the 4th quarter.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Pass interference, defense.
So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
56, Oregon 13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. It's a draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense gets set for 2nd down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that.